So, hi everyone, this is Country Music News International. We speak to the people you need to listen to. My name's Nigel Sharpe, and I am speaking to His Teeness. I think that's
Yeah,
correct. That's Mr. T. Graham Brown, who's over in Nashville right at this very moment. Good evening. Well, it's good evening for me. I guess it's good afternoon for you.
great to see you, Nigel. Great to
Thank
talk
you.
to you, buddy. Thank you.
So I don't think I can get through this interview calling you your Teenus. So may I call you Tony?
I wish you would.
Right. Okay. Well, we got that sorted out then. I do like your Teenus. I think that's pretty cool. That's a that's a nice title to keep.
Well, I was going to a session one time. I was going to a demo session to sing a demo for a songwriter, and I was a little bit late. And when I walked, because all the other players were standing around waiting on me to show up, and at 10 in the morning, and I couldn't have been more than 10 minutes late, but I shouldn't have been late at all. And when I walked in, he put his hands on his hips and he said, "Oh, his penis has arrived." So that's where that came from.
Okay. That's a cool name. I like it. Yeah. So Tony, you've been around for some time now, like me. I don't know if you're actually you look younger than I do, though.
I'm 60. I'll be 67 in a few months. So
Yeah, you see, I was right. You are younger than me. So I hope that makes you feel better.
it makes me feel great.
Right. Okay. I was a bit disappointed actually when I saw your face come up on the screen. Your beard has gone. On the internet, there's a couple of pictures with you with this monster kind of beard. You look like Noah. Um,
Well,
what happened to the beard?
Sheila, pardon me, my wife Sheila, we've been married 41 years now. She requested that I shave it, so I did.
Aha. Okay. Well, when the wife speaks, you do as you're told, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So, can you give us like a short or reasonably short breakdown of your career? I mean, you've had number one hits, you've been here, there, and everywhere, I guess, and done all sorts of things. So, give us an idea of your life up to this moment in time.
Well, I grew up down in a little bitty town in South Georgia. 300 people lived there. Our house backed up to the railroad tracks, and all the white people lived on one side, all the black people lived on the other side. And I would sleep with my window open in the summer, and we didn't have any air conditioning. So the first band I ever heard, first real band, was the Black Church across the railroad track. So I could hear them at night. So that was the first band I ever heard. And then I didn't have many records growing up. I didn't really have a stereo or anything. I had a little bitty record player. But anyway, grew up and went to the University of Georgia. And I had a buddy of mine that played guitar, and we would get together and just sing for the fun of it. And I got offered a job at a local Holiday Inn there across from the university to sing 5 nights a week. I was, I guess, 18 years old, and they paid me more money than I'd ever seen. So I kind of sang my way through the University of Georgia and stayed in Athens with various bands till 1982. Moved to Nashville with Sheila. Started all over singing demos. My voice got passed around Music Row on those demo tapes. Got Capitol Records heard it. They offered me a recording deal, and went in and we cut this song called "I Tell It Like It Used to Be" that I had sung the demo on years before, a couple of years before. And they put, pardon me, they put it out, and it was a hit on country radio. I really didn't consider myself a 100% country artist. I always had sung rhythm and blues and gospel and country all mixed together, but I had a hit on country radio, so they kept putting out country singles, and I had a pretty good run. You know, I had some number ones, I had a lot of chart records, and I just hung in there, and I'm still going out. We still have a band and a bus and all that hillbilly stuff, and we tour, and we have a lot of fun. The virus shut us down, though, man. I mean, the virus shut everybody down.
That's right.
And we're just now, all of last year was canceled. And I think we had like 100 shows canceled. And this year, I don't know how many shows we've lost this year, but we're just starting to do a few. This Saturday night, I'm going out with Leroy Parnell and I are doing a show down in Georgia. We have a few, you know, here and there. This summer, a few more. This fall, we have pretty solidly booked, and we'll see what happens on that. But I'm still at it, man. I've been in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, the last month making a new soul tribute album. I just did a COVID little acoustic greatest hits album I've been wanting to do, just me and an acoustic guitar. And I have a show on Sirius Satellite Radio. It's called Live Wire. I play live cuts from artists' live albums, and I record that here at the house. So I keep doing as much as I can do, you know.
Yeah, I think that's as much as you can do, isn't it? It's very similar over here. Yeah, that sounds interesting with a soul album. I was going to say, actually, you have a very soulful voice. So what are you putting on this soul album?
Well, it's called From Memphis to Muscle Shoals, and I'm doing songs. About half the songs were done in Memphis. I've cut Sam Moore of Sam and Dave is going to do a duet with me on one of the songs,
Cool.
and some other old soul artists. A lot of them have passed away, but I'm getting some of them to sing on it. But we just cut. Let me see. Rufus Thomas, Walking the Dog. I just got that finished yesterday. Knock on wood. We did cut Soul Man. From down in Muscle Shoals, we cut an old Arthur Alexander song called You Better Move On. We cut When a Man Loves a Woman. We cut I'm Your Puppet, and Dark End of the Street. Just a lot of old soul songs, you know. Some more famous than others, but you know, horns and the whole thing. It's really cool. It's turning out great.
Sounds fantastic. So when do you expect that to come out?
I'm hoping July is when we're shooting for.
Okay.
So we're mixing it right now, and we're getting some guest vocals on it. So we're pretty close.
Another video I was watching on YouTube was this, I wrote it down here, 615 Hideaway. What is that 615 Hideaway?
We have a friend that's, it's a basement.
Okay.
And it's fitted out with video equipment, audio, video recording equipment. It's a great place to do social media things. You can tape TV shows there. It's used for a variety of things, but it's a great place to, if you wanted to film a show, let's say, and then post it on to YouTube or Facebook or whatever. Sammy Passamano's his name, and he's got it all rigged up. So yeah, it's a neat place. But that's what it's for, and I think that's why he calls it the Hideaway, because it's in a basement.
Okay, fair enough. Now, I was going to ask you about this one song, which I think you wrote. I'm pretty sure you wrote it, Wine into Water.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a sort of life-changing moment for you, if I understand the story correctly. What was, how did that come about? How did that song come about?
Well, I had a drinking and drug problem for a long time, and I was just really down and out, man. I mean, spiritually and physically, and I just kind of looked in the mirror one day. I mean, it's a cliche of a story, but I just looked in the mirror one day and asked myself, I said, man, what are you doing? You're about to blow everything. And I asked God to help me out, and hadn't had a craving since then, but we had written that song before that happened. I would try to stay sober, but I couldn't stay sober. I tell people I'd get on the horse and ride a while and fall off, and get on the horse and ride a while and fall off. And so some friends of mine, a couple of friends of mine knew what was going on, and we got together and we sat down, and Wine into Water came out of that writing session. And it's basically just a prayer to for help to get sobered up. And we wrote it, gosh, that thing's old now. We wrote it in 94, I think. And the first version I cut of it was in 95, but it sure has helped a lot of people over the years. And that's made me very happy.
Anyway, Tony, we've just about come, we're going to have to stop here, and so that I can cut this down to sort of a manageable size. I'd like to say thanks very much indeed for taking the time out to do this interview with us. It means a lot for a lot of people over here that we get to speak to good people like yourself.
Well, so, thanks. If you ever need me, you'll have my email address. So just, if you ever need me, just get in touch with me.
Okay, I thank you for that. So for Country Music News International, my name is Nigel Sharpe. I've been talking to T. Graham Brown this evening. Thank you for joining us, and take care of yourselves. Stay safe.
Thanks, buddy.